welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm gonna study the market. This is what I usually do on my free time. Whenever I have time, I try to collect as many trades as I can, and I go back in time to see what has worked and what has not. And right now I found some interesting samples here on these three assets, and I was thinking that I bring you guys along today. I'm not gonna talk so much in this video. I'm just gonna basically collect data on these assets. So what I see right here on CRK is basically that this market, the demand has came in right here from these points to these points right there, and after we made a huge correction to the downside, we started a cycle right here, and now I'm just trying to figure out where could I have been a buyer in this market. And the points I would be interested in is at these points right here. That's why I marked a green little dot right there, as you guys can see. And basically means accumulation for me, and this kind of the first base, which is marked MMB1. So after the market has made accumulation here and started to go above these EMAs, I have actually started to follow the price right here. I didn't really see any setup right here, so I'm actually just interested in these kind of pauses right here. So that's why I followed it higher. And usually what I want to see after price has made this huge correction to the downside is just a build up of these pauses. So I'm not so interested in this first one. It depends also, like I usually check if it's relative, if the asset shows relative strength, I'm usually interested in that, but this market gave me a setup at these points right here and these points right here. What's important for me is that I'm not too late on these setups, and this perfectly fits my criteria. So what I actually do is I do this. I just copy image and just do like this, and then I take a picture on the daily right here. Let me do this. Then I actually go inside of this on the hourly and see which opportunities it gave me right here. And then I just record the data just like this. And same thing here, but this is on a 10 hour. I actually backtested this a few days ago, and the return of this asset in just from about a month ago, or I'm sorry, not a month ago, it was 15 days ago, has been insane. So let me do this. So after price basically, well, kind of the same story, right? Price flushed down, and then we started creating demands right here, and actually held up on the EMAs right here and started to push above these EMAs right here. And when we pushed higher up on the EMAs, we actually started to look inside of these little pauses here on the EMAs, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, right? So here it actually gave me a very nice opportunity, and I will show you guys in a second. I will just record this data. Just like this. Then I will actually just do like this. I record this first setup first. entry time frame right here. Just like this. And as guys can see right here, we're creating this beautiful channel right here, selling down very slowly to the EMAs right here, and we actually got a buy stop right here, and this trade just went crazy. Then we record it. So what I usually do is like that. Let me see if I see. Look at this. Let me actually just do like this, so I get these two. Do like this. Just like this. I'll record this as well. Just like this. Alright, perfect. And the same thing here, but here I was on a higher time frame. But it's kind of the same. Like this market has traded down, as you guys can see, and when we came down up below all the CMAs right here, we kind of find some support, and this support became accumulation, as you guys can see. And this is where I'm basically interested to start to follow this price, exactly where the green dot is. Like here we have like MMB1, but it's below the EMAs, so this might be a reason for you to skip, but in my eyes, when I came down or up here, it showed the accumulation, and I was willing to take risk on this, especially when we came above the image right here. It's a little bit weird maybe, the setup, but I think on the validation time frame, on my daily time frame, it looked perfectly fine. So I recorded this just like this. I might as well go through this example one more time and see if it fits my criteria. Like I might filter out some of these because I don't like it, and that's perfectly fine, but right now I see that this is totally fine. We came, like demand came in right here, and we accumulated for a long ass time, and this accumulation became, or this demand basically right here, started to actually will get supported up by this EMAs, and this whole area right here turned into a big accumulation, which set up this setups right here, and we start to actually trend in this market. So here you have the first sign of kind of strength coming in. So what I would do right here is, and you kind of have this ongoing structure, like from this sideways to up. You kind of have this like first sign of some demand being supported up on the EMAs, and then a continuation of that demand to the upside. So I will record this just like this. Then I will check on hourly how it looks, And you see these beautiful setups just setting them perfectly. Just like this. So what I will do right now is I will find similar examples. I will just search a random stock and see if I find any uh, any similar examples. And I see actually right here we have demand coming in right here from these points and kind of start distributing lower, kind of supporting that distribution right here and start going down right here. But of course this is just a bigger flush or bigger accumulation on, let's say, the monthly, or reaccumulation, I mean. Accumulation, reaccumulation doesn't really matter. As you guys can see here, even on the 2 month, it's very clear that this is a reaccumulation. It's this correction right here. I will basically check the weekly right here. Yeah, I actually like this very much. So kind of have this accumulation right here that happens. Then I would note this probably as the first base right here. So I would probably start to check at these points. Right here, I would check. So let's check on the daily right here. Let me actually go back a little bit. Then I would check for setups right here. This is just a rule I have created for myself, that I want basically first base to be basically supporting up on the EMAs, especially after we have made this huge correction to the downside. And then I can start to look for other bases. So this is kind of the first base, second, third, fourth base right here. So I would probably check something inside of that. Let's see if there is something. Like you kind of have like this, then it goes higher up, just like that. And then you have, well, you have this setup right here. It would have actually worked for you. This is a little bit of a sharper range, but this trade actually works really nice, as you guys can see, to the upside. We never come back to these points right here because demand is true, and when demand is true we usually just go. So I will actually do like this. So now QQQ comes in the picture, Nasdaq. Let me do like this. So now I will actually check if this showed relative strength at these points right here, which day it is. Let me do like this. So let's check the daily right here. So this is 15th March 2023. So let me actually check right here. 15 March 2023. of March. So let me do like this. So yeah, this is strength. Absolutely. So this is this makes my setup even more like the likelihood of this actually working is much greater, because it shows huge strength. Like QQQ at these points were chilling on the 50 MA right here, and basically was inside of this range, while Nvidia had strong momentum to the upside and demand coming in and basically showing its hands where it wants to go. and QQQ was stuck in this range. So this is another like telltale sign that if QQQ makes a little move, this will just explodes up, which means that this setup is a solid setup. So this is totally fine. So let me just do like this. Let me just record this on the weekly. Do like this. And the momentum to the upside here was totally fine. Held above the EMAs and sold off very good to the EMAs right here, so that's exactly what I want to see. Let me check on the hourly how it looks. So a little bit choppy, I think. A little bit harder to trade. I think this would also be a trade right here at these points. I usually like the fifth to start opening up before I take a trade, but I think I would be taking this trade as well. So but I'm just gonna focus on the winners right now. But I think it's good for you to ask yourself this question as well. Like, how many trades would you take in this range as well? This might be a trade as well. This would probably be a break even. Maybe this as well. So probably 2 break evens, 1 -1, and yeah, the winner, of course. But yeah, let's record this. Just like this. And then let me actually record. Do like this. Because we took the trade when the market was about right here. Let me actually type QQQ here. So I can compare the strength right here. This is basically for me to see, like, this is, wait, let me do it like this. Because I usually check relative strength on a daily time frame. So let me do like this. So these two pictures are connected. So I can see just like that. I think it's good. So I can go back and basically when I study these pictures to see that the strength on QQQ. As you guys can see right here, like this has already started its cycle, while QQQ were basically, well, Nvidia was basically up right here and making like higher highs and higher lows all the time. QQQ is just basically chilling right here at these points right here, which means that Nvidia has huge strength. So yeah, let's continue. And the point with these pictures right here is that I want to of course be as consistent as possible, which means that I want these setups to look kind of the same or tell the same story. So it's actually easier for me to see or to execute basically. Yeah, let's continue. Let's see if Google has had anything. This could also be a very good like demand coming in abundantly into this market, and then we had a flush to the downside, a bigger flush. So basically just mark this as a accumulation. Then I would probably start to follow it maybe at these points right here. I think it's good. Yeah, so let me actually see where it was. Yeah, so basically at these points right here, the market came above this candle right here, so at these points. So at this point I would start to follow this, which means that I'm actually like zoom in on this to see if I got a setup. So I was thinking about this setup right here, like this setup, but this is way too large of a candle for me, so I would probably skip this. You had a great setup right here, but it's a little bit early for me, or I'm not so used to trade these first moments right here after price made like a flush to the downside. So I would probably skip that. And the setup that occurred right here is the build up to this setup right here. Like this could be a setup right here. This is way too choppy for me, so I would simply skip this. But yeah, the only setup I can probably see, like this is like 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, this or this. So let me actually look inside of these areas to see. So it would mean like this area right here. You have this channel right here. Come above the EMAs right here. Then you have your first setup right here. So you kind of have this setup right here, but would this be a break even is the question. And I think it would be a break even for me. So I would simply skip this. But these, however, made a great channel right here. Sometimes I like to just play back price to see how it looked before we made. So I would simply just look at this candle right here. I want these 50s to start slope just like this. Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, I think this is good. So now, what I will do right now is I will check QQQ as well on this. So this was 2009, 6th of October. So right here, actually one more day, just like that, to see if it had some relative strength. And I think it's quite similar in its strength. Like we had a flush right here on the 50 MA, same here, right on the 50 MA, and move up here was, I think, a little bit more clear on QQQ. But the move towards the upside is quite similar. Then we paused here on Google on the uprising 20 EMA, and then we paused at these points right here a little bit below the 20 EMA, almost on the uprising 50 EMA. So that could be a little bit of strength from Google at this point right here. So kind of the same move on QQQ and Google, but recent strength is greater on Google, I think. So yeah, this is definitely a trade I would take. So let's record that. I'm actually do like this. And do like this. about this setup right here? Yeah, maybe not this setup right here. Anyways, let's continue. Very nice market from these ones right here. Can have these as well. So accumulation, maybe you start check right here instead of this, like right here. Alright. We see something inside of here, but I don't really see it. It could work, of course, this setup, or these setups work, but it's not what I used to see. This might be better, I think. With huge shelling right here, as you guys can see. Kind of have like this accumulation going on right here above this. I'd probably start to check right here. Maybe even right here or here. But definitely when the market flushes like this, I will start to check here. Demand coming in huge, as you guys can see, in a huge way. So let me see. Right here. And I would probably start to check right here. And then here as well. So let me do like this. So not a setup right here, we just failed instantly. But then I would start to watch here again. I want to see some structure building up, which means this is kind of the first structure. I might be checking inside of this area, but I already see that this is a break even or a loss even. So I would probably skip this price right here. So let us continue. What about this? So accumulation, probably start to check right here. This is a straight shot. I would start to check right here again. Starting building up kind of structure right here. This is a little bit early, I think, for me. Let me actually check it. Yep. Yeah. All right. So I think, let's see. So this is great. Like the reason why this is great, like first things first, like this market has gotten demand. We accumulated for a very long time. As you guys can see, we accumulated for 1,500 days, many years, and all of a sudden something like demand came into this market. This is very clear, as you guys can see. This is, if you look at the candles, even like this is straight up sharp all the time. Like this market starts a move and then fails. starts a move and then fails, starts a move then fails, and just holds down below every single EMA, just trading lower. But we are trading lower, yeah, like trading lower, but not in a good way. We are slowly trading lower, so kind of shows me that this is getting kind of accumulated, but we don't know it just yet. So first thing, like first sign of accumulation is, I would say that this is, like, look how aggressive this buying is, and then kind of starts to hold up on the EMAs right here. So I would just do like this, accumulation, oops, accumulation. This is kind of like the first MMB that's being created but fails, as you guys can see, but comes down on the to the 50 uprising 50 MA right here. So I will start to watch right here for setups. On daily. So this is very choppy, I see it right now. But we kind of have structure put in right here. So what I would do right here is I would definitely check these areas right here. Let them actually mark these areas. So I would check this whole area right here. Probably these as well. This is quite choppy with this, but I would check this because of the huge momentum coming in there. This is quite choppy right here for me. I don't really see a setup. Maybe I could like find something right in here, but as of now, no. Now we have this kinda, so I don't really see something in here. Maybe this even, maybe this. But then we have this, we came up from there, so this is a perfectly fine entry for me to take. Yeah. So I would basically do like this, throw a buy stop at these points right there. I would just do like this, because I might have traded this setup right there. Now we go on the weekly. I'm actually just mark that on a daily. Yeah, I think this is fine. Then you have also this beautiful setup, I think. You might have something inside of here as well. I will actually check it right now. Like maybe here or even here, I think is a good opportunity for you. It's a little bit choppier, but yeah. But these trades work, as you guys can see. So I will simply just record this. Then you have this. It's quite hard maybe for me to trade this. It's very aggressive selling, not this steady selling what I want to see. So I might skip this. Let me do this. Both of these trades are, we just never come back, right? We just keep going. And then we will check QQQ. 21st July 2025. Let me do this. 1st July right there, and then we have 8th of August. These points right here. So I think, like, just by looking at this, QQQ has showed strength before. QQ is up here, and while this is just coming out of an basically accumulation, passing on the uprising 10 right here, passing on the uprising 20. So QQQ in this case is stronger, I think. But because of the condition of QQQ, like because of the cycle basically, it could be a reason for you to that is okay. Just because like QQQ shows strength and another asset shows weakness doesn't mean that you should not trade it. But it can definitely guide you to look for comparisons between assets. But these setups right here is exactly what I look for. But it showed weakness, and I need to be aware of that, of course, if I traded these setups. And what about here? 8th of August. All right. So actually flush down below the 20 MA right here, and here we had huge momentum coming in and passing on the uprising 10. So here recent strength is much greater than on QQQ. So the setup should have been maybe here instead of here, but I will record both of these. And let me just like this. Yeah, like QQ here is ahead of the cycle if you compare these two, and yeah, but recent strength on this second trade on this asset is very clear, but the first is a little bit questionable. But otherwise, these trades are great trades. So yeah, this is what I do on my free time when I'm in front of the computer to just gather samples and to basically keep my mind fresh, and to see these setups happening over and over again. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I see you guys in the next video.